Hello everybody, welcome to a video that's going to show you how to run AirServer. You have access to AirServer, and what AirServer does, it allows you to put your iPad image up on a computer, which often is connected to a projector. So most people, if they want to put their image of their iPad up on a smartboard or project it for a training or something, they would use AirServer. So you have to know that you do have to be using an iPad 2 or newer, or an iPhone 4S or newer. It does not work with iPad 1 and iPhone 4 or 3. So you also have to have Wi-Fi, and the machine you're running has to be running Windows 7. So how it works is that you install AirServer on the computer, which is going to be on your computer, and then any iPad or iPhone in the vicinity or connected, it's actually connected to the same part of the network as that computer, will find that computer and be able to display the image up onto it. So we're going to look at a few settings you're going to want to set, and then we'll actually show you how to put the image up. It's very easy. So first, on your computer, you'll see AirServer in your start menu. It might be here like on your shortcuts, or it might be under all programs. You'd find AirServer. Or if you go, actually the easier way is to go over to this little arrow and show, and here it is. It's a little round symbol with like a square and an arrow coming out of it. So I'm going to click there, and I'm going to go into the settings. Now you see a little window has popped up. Right here at computer name, when you first look, it's going to be some code that probably doesn't mean much to you. So change that to something that makes sense to the users in your building. Like if at your building you use first names for staff, put Dave's board. Or wherever it's going to project to. If you're in a conference center, you'd say it's going to the Capitol Room projector or something like that, so people know what they're projecting to. If you use last names at your program, say Anderson Classroom or something. Now, password is if you're in a building where multiple people are going to have AirServer, we would recommend that you set a password, so that students who are using an iPad can't mirror the image of their iPad to some classroom across the building. They need a password in order to mirror. It can be changed very easily, so don't worry about that if you're going to forget the password or something. And once you use the password once on your own iPad, you never have to enter it again. That's why if you do decide to mirror someone else's iPad, you might want to change your password after if you don't want them mirroring it anymore up to your board. All right, so let's now actually look at how we mirror the iPad.
All right, so for part 2 of this great little video, we're going to be showing you how this looks actually as you operate the iPad, and then how it transports, or how it, translates up onto the screen that you're projecting to. So we have our iPad sitting here. So your first step is going to be to access where you find the AirServer icon in the control panel. So it's not a freestanding app. So you're going to hit the home button, do a double click on the home button, and that'll open up your list of open apps. And if you scroll all the way to the left, you'll find your control panel. And there's this nice little square and triangle, or rectangle and triangle icon. And if we hit that, it's going to detect, it's going to tell us what are the available computers that are running AirServer. So you can see we have mine and we have Kelly's. So I'm going to choose mine, and I'm going to turn mirroring on. And now it's making the connection to my laptop, and you can see that we are now projecting. So now on my iPad, I can start working with some different apps, and you can see that everything translates in real time onto my laptop.
And we should add, if you're putting this up on your smartboard, you won't be able to touch the image of the iPad on your smartboard and have it control the iPad. It's just simply for putting the image of the iPad up onto your board. All right, so if you're having any troubleshooting issues with AirServer, one thing you can do on your iPad is to go into the settings. Maybe Scott will demonstrate this. Go into the settings and go into Wi-Fi and flip it on, or sorry, off and then on again. And let it reconnect. Whoops.
We'll get it. There we go.
And then try and turn it back on again. That will sometimes work. Or you can just shut your iPad down and turn it back on again. And then on your computer, where I showed you before, where you access your settings, you can actually go in there and there's an option to shut down AirServer is another one, and then you can relaunch it. Those are some troubleshooting things. If you're not seeing that, remember that little triangle with the rectangle that you have to first use to connect. Good, so if you have any questions with AirServer, be sure to contact Scott or Kelly and we'll get you rolling.
And let's do one final thing, and that is to disconnect.
Oh, yes, yes.
So to disconnect from my laptop and stop mirroring, I'm going to go back in just as I did before. Double click the home button, scroll to the left, click the icon, and stop mirroring.
All right, thanks.